Yeah, I'm messing with my new light I got. Well, it ain't new, but I barely ever play around with these settings. That's dope. Hey, hey, I like that. Okay, we got a little purple and blue. I think we're gonna go purple and blue right now. We're gonna go purple and blue. What a remote at to the TV. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir, man. So I'm using this mic. I ain't never went live with this mic, y'all. Y'all tell me how it sounds. Y'all gotta tell me how it sounds. She don't have to be quiet. You know, Hannah, she ain't gonna be quiet anyway. Hannah gonna stay making noise. She gonna stay making noise. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting on YouTube now. I wanna actually see how this new mic sounds. Let's see what we got. Reggie, turn it off. I ain't trying to get copyrighted, bro. I ain't trying to get copyrighted, bro. I ain't trying to get copyrighted, bro. Oh yeah, this mic sound fire. I ain't trying to get copyrighted, bro. Yeah, this mic sound fire. Oh yeah, this mic sound fire. I ain't trying to get copyrighted. All right, I'm done with that. I'm off that. What's up, y'all? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? I ain't doing nothing, man. Just chilling. Got me a belly full of chili. Chilling with a belly full of chili. It's got a good ring to it. It's got a good ring to it. Hannah, come here. What are you doing? You doing what? Mm-hmm. Don't be in Joshua way. He doing something right now. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Now, let me turn this down some. You got to be careful when you going live, man. YouTube will copyright you for so much. Like, I'm talking about the smallest little thing, bro. You be like, bro, that was in the background. That wasn't even something I was trying to play. Let me turn this off. No, I'm not watching Sam and Cat. My kids, who was watching Sam and Cat? Hannah? Reggie? Really, Reggie? It was really? Addison and nah, Madeline. It wasn't no accident. It was bro. Addison and Madeline. That boy Reggie watching Sam and Cat. What? Move, Josh. I can barely see the TV. Go finish doing what you're doing, man. Because if they ain't gonna cancel y'all school tomorrow, y'all finna have to start getting ready in a minute. Start these nighttime procedures. Hey, minor. What's up, y'all? What's up, Roman? Appreciate you, Roman. Yeah, shout out to Roman Earthman. He said he subbed and like. Appreciate you. What up? Is it Vita or Vita? Vita. It's got to be Vita. Vita K. God bless you too. Aryan B. What up? What up, Aryan B? Greetings to you too. I would donate, but I only have. Hey, I feel you. I appreciate the love, though. I appreciate it, man. Am I black? Yeah, I think so. Should we dive into my origin? Let me think. Let me see. My grandma was black and white. Well, my grandma was Indian and white. Her daddy was white, and her mama was Indian. Then my mama, which is my grandmother's daughter, was I guess Indian and black because my grandma was Indian and white, and my mom's dad was black. So yeah, I think I'm black. Yeah, my Indian family. I see you. Is it Aryan or am I pronouncing it right? Or Aryan B? Please, I hope I'm not butchering that. But what part? What's up? The complete art form. That's a fire name. Yeah, I love to travel, man. We just traveled. We went to Florida. We actually planning our trip for this year. The kids don't know it yet. We never said that. We never said we was going to Branson. Orion Kendall. Do you know the word slave comes from Slavic? I may have heard that once or twice. Why is that relevant though right now? Orion. Um, I'm not sure why that's relevant, but it's all love though. It's all love. It's all love, y'all. What is that? Is that really? Really? Why? Why put a monkey in the chat? Why? It's all good vibes, man. All love. All love, man. Please don't start trolling. Oh man. Let me see. I probably finna watch this starting five. Y'all watch the starting five on Netflix. I've been seeing these previews. It's got season one, and it looks like it's gonna be fire, but I don't know. I mean, like I feel like anytime uh docu-film is produced around the NBA, it's gonna be good. Especially if it's got LeBron, King James, the best basketball player ever in the world. Debate me. Debate me. Jordan. Yeah, I know King James the best.
He lost his touch in the playoff.
He ain't lost no touch.
He tried to go for a dunk and it went flying.
LeBron James has not lost his touch.
Is he the king? No king. Jordan ain't never done that in no playoffs. Jordan's better. For real. 99 for Jordan.
Boy. Now, I'm not saying y'all are wrong. I'm just saying, in my opinion, LeBron James is the best because I look at your accomplishments on the court and off the court. LeBron got a son in the NBA. Jordan got a son that was just in the news for doing some stuff he shouldn't have been doing. I feel like it's more than just basketball. Now, if we talking just stats and basketball and championships, hey, that's a whole nother conversation. See? Arya, you get it. You get it. I'm just saying, like I be looking at like a man's character, looking at a man's legacy. Like it's more than just what somebody does on the court. Hey, now I heard. Can I ask you something? Does your toddler talk crap? I mean, I think that when it comes to kids and especially toddlers, they gonna reciprocate and they gonna repeat what they hear, and they don't hear me talking crap, so they don't say it back. But if they do hear something or pick something up from somebody else, I'm of course correct right away. I'm not gonna like perpetuate the behavior. I'm gonna let them know right away that we don't do that and we don't say that. Hey, oh, what up, Latino boy Vincent from Florida? What's the word? Cool down. Oh wow, that's your toddler. What, bruh? Really? Oh nah, they don't do that. They don't do that. I don't allow that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, good vibes from this way. Like I don't let them do that. You know, when it come to like things that they should and shouldn't do, they know. And if it's something they end up doing that they know they shouldn't do, they know no course correction gonna happen. Nah, it's all good. Latino boys, all. I got what you were saying. I got what you're saying. It's a valid question. Valid question. My name though. So I do radio. I'm on the air every morning at a station called Boost Radio. And you check it out, man. We got an app, all that where you can check it out. It's dope. All positive hip hop music, no cussing, none of that, man. And my DJ name I go by is Integ, which is short for integrity, starting with the letter N, so NTEG, Integ. And yeah, man, that's what I rock with. This is actually a good documentary, y'all. This starting five, it's starting off good. They're talking about, oh wow. Wow. Oh, they hitting the ground hard. Y'all ever watch this documentary on Netflix called The Starting Five? Huh. See, I be moving so much, and I don't. Yep, Integ. Yep, Integ is my name. Look me up, man. I'm out there, man. I'm out there, man. I'm always trying to just put some love and positivity in the atmosphere, man. We got so much negative stuff that be going on, man. So much people be saying bad news spread faster than good news. But for real, I feel like we can combat that. Like we can spread good news just as fast as we can spread bad news. Like you hear something good, just go tell somebody. You tell somebody about a good restaurant you like. You eat something good, you gonna go tell somebody, hey yo, I tried this place. It was fire. Go check it out. The same way with good news, man. You hear something good, just let it spread, man. I feel like be the opposite of the status quo. Wow. I am married. Yep, been married 14 years now. 15 years in September to my beautiful queen. Go check her out. She got music everywhere. She's a songstress. Necey J. Neceyj. She got some music out there. Go stream it. Go run the numbers up, y'all. That's what I've been on, man. Like when I really look back over my life, oh stuff. That look crazy. Good to hear your positive energy. Keep it up, bro. Much love, man. Shout out to racism in the house. Space Ace, racism. What's the word? What's the word? Y'all show some love in the chat. Yep, Nisi. Man, when I be looking back over my life, man, I be thinking about everything that I experienced and everything that I've been through. And like I feel like we're a multitude of our experiences and we're a multitude of what our forward vision is. Like I am who I am because of what I experienced. But I'm going to places I'm going because of my forward thinking. Like we can't choose our past. We can't choose the family we're born into, but we can choose how we move forward from it. Like they always say, you can choose your friends, you can choose people that you go into business with, but you can't choose how your past was or how your family structure is, but you can choose how you react to how you move from it, man. I'm reading this dope book right now. Um, it's called You Deserve to Be Rich by the good brothers Earn Your Leisure, Troy and Rashad, man. And the book is fire. If y'all into financial wealth building, if y'all into just being just tap into the entrepreneurship arena, man. Like it's a really great book. And like they have a really successful podcast. Their podcast been number 1 on Apple Podcasts. They blew up during the pandemic. And I'm talking about like they've had everybody on their show from music executives to powerhouses and real estate to freaking billionaires and trading and stock investment. Like these dudes are all over the board, man. And what they specialize in, they said they want to make financial literacy sexy again. And for real, that's what they've been doing, man. Like they had so many people, man, so many testimonies, so many powerful stories, like of people who were in one state of mind, a poverty state of mind, or not believing that they can finally just really go after what they didn't deem to be attainable, and they helping people restructuring how they think. They giving people the blueprint. Like when you know your why. I listen to Les Brown. When a man knows his why, when you know your why, everything else starts to make sense. When you know why you're doing something, when you know what purpose you're doing it for, then everything else starts to make sense. Like if somebody asks you um, why you want to be rich, if you don't have a reason, if you haven't really thought through why you want to be rich, you're just saying, I just want a lot of money. Well, why though? Once you know why, once you can say, well, I want to make sure that I'm able to provide my family healthy food options on a regular basis instead of just sometimes. If you say, well, I want to make sure that I have a livable space that's big enough so whenever a family member needs help or whenever a family member needs somewhere to go place to place, I got a home big enough to accommodate their needs as long as possible. Like when you start thinking like, what's your why? You know what I'm saying? Like everything else starts to make sense. And it's a powerful book, man. I just started reading it. And like I say, it's called You Deserve to Be Rich by Rashad Billings and Troy. Hey Reggie, go look in the back of my closet and and get one of my books. Back of the closet, all the way on the left by my camera gimbal. I'm gonna show y'all my book I wrote. I wrote this book a little bit ago, and it's called How Plan B led me back to Plan A. I'm watching this on Netflix. It's starting 5. It's good. It's How Plan B led me back to Plan A when it's no longer your plan. So I thought I had a plan, bro. I was told, bro, sis, I was told all my life, get a job. You know what I'm saying? Get you a 401k, work hard. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Make sure you pay into Social Security. That way you can retire when you're 65. This type of stuff I was told. And freaking 25, 30 years ago, that might have been true. Get a good job, work at it for year upon year, work your way up, get you some retirement, get your pension. You know what I'm saying? And I believed that for a long time. So I went to school, you know what I'm saying? I studied automotive technology. This is early in my life. You know what I'm saying? Even before I went to school to do automotive technology, I was always thinking like, man, I gotta make it in the music industry. I gotta make it because I've been doing music since I was like 10. Like for real, my grandma, the big camcorders that you put on your shoulder that the VHS tapes go into, the VCR tapes. My grandma used to film us, man. Just these home videos. I'm 10 years old trying to pen rhymes. You know what I'm saying? We would go take my grandma camera without her even knowing, and freaking be down in the basement recording us rapping over Cash Money beats, rapping over No Limit beats. Me and my cousin T Dub, man, because it was real to us. Like this dream was real. When your dream becomes real, when it's real to you, that's when it becomes a reality, man. It's no longer a dream, man. You taking steps daily to put it into place. And it was real to us. You couldn't tell us that we wasn't going to be successful in the hip hop industry. You couldn't tell us that we wasn't going to be in the studio with some of the biggest artists. You couldn't tell us that our name wasn't going to ring bells in the music industry, man. When we was 13, 14 years old, we was already touring. We touring different places, you know what I'm saying, state to state under management of Mary Moore, To The Point Promotions. We touring, you know what I'm saying, all these different places. They letting us out of high school early. You know what I'm saying? We getting out of high school early to go out of town and do shows. So we already had like a head start. Happy birthday, AM Morning 52. How old are you today? Hey, brother, we need a Britney Spears song from your mouth. I can't sing no Britney Spears. If my wife was here, though, she the songstress, she could sing. But like, we performing at the homecoming games at high school. So I'm already starting to see the vision early on. I'm like, yo, like, I like this is it. This is the plan for my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was walking into. And like I say, we was traveling, and that was my plan A. Did you scroll up? Did I miss something? I don't think I missed something. Happy birthday to AM Morning 52. You look like Beetlejuice. I appreciate it. Uh, so that was my plan. My plan A was to be in the music industry, was to pursue a career in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That was my plan A. And as I continued to grow through high school, we did more touring, and things transpired within the group because we was in a group. It was 4 of us, and we called ourselves Down and Dirty, and we was doing some dope things here in the Midwest. And as we started to get older and life started to set in, I started getting to the place to where my mama needed help with certain things because we didn't have a man in the household. My grandma needed help with certain things. My 2 little sisters. Like when you start to see like the people that's the closest to you, your loved ones who need help in a way that will require you to make some sacrifices to do it. I seen something I had to sacrifice, and at that time, it was sacrifice. What I really wanted to do was music, and be in the entertainment industry, and I had to sacrifice that to do what I could to help my mom and my sisters and my grandmother. There's somebody saying bad things. A person named Meme Orbit. It's all good. We got good vibes in here. Appreciate you though, Latino boy. Probably you can't see it. Yeah, I got it. I got it blocked. I got all that blocked because we're a family channel, and sometimes my kids on here, I can't have my kids seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So Charles, man, Jesus already got my soul, yo. So, you know what I'm saying? I end up studying automotive technology. And it was my dream and my goal. I'm like, yo, if this music thing ain't gonna work, then I gotta find something to make this money, this bread. So what I did was I went back to school and I got a trade. I studied automotive technology. I said I'm gonna be a Mercedes-Benz technician. So people the Bible say people perish for lack of knowledge. So I'm like, I need to get my knowledge up. I need to get my vision up. So I got the vision. I made it plain. What's up?
What's up?
So I got the vision. I made it plain. And like when you got your vision, when you can see down the road, it makes the process that much more easy attainable. Walmart, Kevin Case, y'all clowning in the comments. So I had my vision, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know it at the time, but God was giving me vision. So I studied automotive technology in Chicago at a place called Universal Technical Institute. Went up there, man, didn't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be willing to step outside your comfort zone in order to get where God wants you to be. I can't remember who said this quote, but one wise man once said, "A boat is safe at shore, but that's not what it was designed for. It was meant to go out and explore. It was meant to go out and travel the deep blue sea." You know what I'm saying? So that was my time to step outside my comfort zone and do what I needed to do to to take this next step. So I went up to Chicago, didn't know nobody, didn't have any friends, didn't have any family, didn't have no money. You know what I'm saying? But I had that dream to get this trade so I can, help my mama, my grandmother, you know what I'm saying, my sisters. So I did. Went up there, put my hands on the plow, man, put my head down, and I freaking graduated with honors. 3.8 GPA, 3.8 or 3.9 GPA. Came out with like a 98% attendance, and it was tough, yo. You know what I'm saying? This when I really got my dose of adulthood. That's why I say sometimes you really have to expose yourself to new things in order just to see how far you can go. One wise man once said, "Those who are willing to go too far are the ones who find out just how far they can go." And I found out, man. I found out what tenacity was. You know what I'm saying? What developing that wherewithal. You know what I'm saying? Like when you really going through a tough time, they call it palm tree faith. You may sway, you may bend. When the storms of life whooping on you, when the storms whooping on them palm trees, what they doing? They swaying from side to side, but they won't break. So you develop that palm tree faith. When the storms of life be hitting you and whooping all on you, you may bend, you may sway side to side, but you won't break. So that's when my faith really started to develop when I was in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It started to develop, it started to grow. Uh Nah, man, I'm cool. I'm cool with how it is now. So that's when my faith really started to grow. You know what I'm saying? So I go up there, graduate with honors. Sit over there. I go up there, I graduate with honors, and I come back home. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But interesting thing happened while I was in Chicago. I went up there with one plan. They say if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. So I went up there with one plan. I went up there to become a Mercedes Benz technician. So I went up there, you know what I'm saying, work hard. I even had got accepted into the Mercedes Benz program while I was there. I got accepted into the Mercedes Benz program. And when I was set to graduate from Chicago, I had to go off to Florida and do my Mercedes Benz training. They call it MSTAT. It was the MSTAT program, MSTAT, manufacturer specific training and tutelage or something like that. And I got accepted. I worked hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this is what I want to do. And I put the hard work effort in and got into the program. But like I say, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. Literally like a couple weeks before I was set to graduate and go off to Florida, a campus wide memorandum came down saying that any students that had got accepted into the Mercedes Benz MSTAT program, it was getting discontinued because they had more students coming into the program than they had opportunities coming out. So I was crushed. I'm like, yo, this is my whole reason for coming up here so I can go up here, get the certification, become this Mercedes Benz technician. What the heck? You know what I'm saying? What I'm finna do now? You know what I'm saying? This was my whole plan and things just got derailed. And that's just like when life throw you a curveball, you got to be ready to pivot because you never know what's going to come and you never know how it's going to come, but you just got to be ready to pivot. So I pivoted. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm on my pivot foot. I'm trying to figure out which way to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Curry with the rock, 5 seconds on the clock. So I freaking was like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? It's like where you go back to known territory. So I went back to known territory, which I just came back home. I had my certification, I had my honors. So I knew that there was opportunity. I was prepared for whatever opportunity that was about to present itself. And hey, y'all too loud. Y'all too loud. So I was ready for the opportunity that was about to present itself. I was just teaching my kids the other day. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than have an opportunity and not be prepared for it. So I was prepared. So I come back home. I got this certification. Uh I got this degree. You know what I'm saying? I got this training. So I'm like, all right, let's see what opportunities arise. But at the same time, I'm thinking about what my original plan was. My original plan was to be in the entertainment industry in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And it started coming back. You know what I'm saying? That thing that was lying dormant for a few years started coming back to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? You ever had that dream, that vision, that 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 wish on the inside of you that like you got it in there, but for whatever reason, sometimes it gets suppressed, it gets pushed down. Could be life, could be doubt, could be circumstances, could be situations, could be proximity. You not feel like you're not in the right proximity to be able to attain that thing, and for whatever reason, it get pushed to the back. That happened because of life circumstances. But now all of a sudden, I come back home. I got this degree, I got this certification, and I'm like, I'm finna dive off in because I still got to make this money for my family, for my mama, for my grandma. Because what I'm saying, ain't no man in the house. I don't want to see my mama struggling. You don't want to see your grandma struggling, your sister struggling, them ones who been there for you through thick and thin, who kept it 100 with you. You don't want to see them struggling. So I'm thinking about that, but I'm also thinking like I had a plan to go up here, become a Mercedes-Benz technician, but that plan is gone now, huh? So now I'm starting to rethink my plan A. And that's how the book title came. When it's no longer your plan, how plan B led me back to plan A. So now my plan B is to, become a successful Mercedes-Benz technician, and I'm doing all this. I done came back, and that opportunity isn't quite there no more. It's still opportunity in the area of being able to pursue a career in automotive technology. But my plan A is starting to come back. So I get back, and I'm putting in applications. You know what I'm saying, and I land a gig at this Volkswagen dealership as an entry level technician. I wasn't making no money though. I probably making about $12.50 an hour, and I'm flat rate. So you know what I'm saying, every moment I get, I'm trying my best to make sure I'm beating my time. I'm trying to get 50, 60 hours a week and only work 35, 40 hours. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it is when you're in automotive industry. You're on flat rate. You know what I'm saying? Each individual job that you do is calculated in hours. So if I'm gonna change some tires, do some oil change, do some brakes, that could equate to 3.5 hours book time. But if I get it done in an hour, that means I still get paid for 3 hours and I can move on to the next. So I'm pumping stuff out. I'm trying to make this money. Me and my wife, we got our first little son, Joshua. So I'm trying to pump this money out, and I'm trying to help my mama, you know what I'm saying? Help my, let me back up. I wasn't even married at the time. So I'm trying to, make some money to take care of my mama. And then I meet my wife. I talk about all that in the book, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm to the point to where I'm like, you start to see the vision a little more clear when you spend time in God, when you meditate, when you just take time because communication is a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I got this book available on Amazon right now. Just look up my name, Reginald McNichols. It's called When It's No Longer Your Plan. I did the audio book, the digital book, and the hardback. You can get them all. Audiobook my favorite, man, because it gives you the opportunity to kind of keep doing what you're doing. If you're at work or whether you're driving, you can just check out the audiobook. It's on Audible. Just Google my name, Reginald McNichols, How Plan B Led Me Back to Plan A. But anyway, so I I land this gig at this Volkswagen dealership, so I'm grinding out. But at the time, the church that I had been going to, Westside Missionary Baptist, the pastor at the time, Pastor Ronald Bobo Sr., he had caught wind that I had been doing music before I even left to go to Chicago. This how things come back. That's why they say never burn bridges, treat people the way you want to be treated, because you never know. So I get back from Chicago, and he reaches out and he's like, "Hey, yo, you still doing music?" And me and my brother was, yeah, we was kind of doing music at the time, man. And so I'm working in the automotive field, but we had kind of started getting our feet back wet in the music industry, and we like, yeah, let's get it. So we go out, we do some songs. One thing led to another. We freaking performing all the time. We had different churches bouncing forth back and back, and you know what I'm saying? We rocking out. So I'm still working in the automotive industry, but still I'm grinding out with my plan A. So I got plan A and plan B working at the same time. One wise man said, your first job is your first investor in your first business. So I'm using everything I'm making working on cars, you know what I'm saying, a percentage of what I'm making working on cars, and I'm investing it right back into the business. I'm buying equipment, you know what I'm saying, mics, computers, all that, everything I needed, I'm buying. You know what I'm saying? So your first job is your first investor in your business. So if you on the brink of quitting that job and you trying to start that company, don't quit yet. Wait till you funnel enough into your business to where you can quit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. So things started to get crazy with the music. We doing church after church after church, and that's how I met my wife. So we do a couple songs, and we rocking out. And right when we got done, this lady, she walks up to my brother after we get off stage, and she's like, "Yo, I do music, whoop de whoop. I sing, whoop de whoop." This how you know God just be working blessings out in your favor. He be working behind the scenes on your behalf. So anytime you start feeling like, man, things ain't going right, just know God is working behind the scenes on your behalf. So she goes up to him, but he married at the time, and she wasn't trying to holler at him or nothing. She just was saying, "Yo, I sing. I love to work with y'all," because the spirit was flowing, the anointing was moving. And so he gives me her number. He's like, "Hey, yo, hit her up. See when she available, comes to the studio. Let's see what we can make happen." So I did. I hit her up. She came to the studio, and we start grinding out on music. We freaking doing song after song, and we did this song called Focus, that end up becoming our single. So we doing Focus everywhere. So naturally now, every time we going out performing, we ministering, she's coming along with us because she on our single. And it's crazy how it just all start transpiring. And I remember vividly, and like I say, I talk about all this in the book. I think that's in chapter like 3 or 4. But I remember vividly, like, going aside, guy, y'all clowning, boy. Uh, I remember vividly. Let me see if I can tag this. Let me see if I can tag this. Uh, will it let me do it? I don't know. Hold on. It might not let me do it. But anyway, I was gonna tag the book link so y'all could go right to it. But if you Google my name, Reginald McNichols, and you look at and you Google how Plan B led me back to Plan A, you'll find it. So I remember vividly, we go out, we ministering for this disabled crowd. Like we had a church, and it was a church, special needs people, special needs kids, special needs adults, um, people in wheelchairs, just bunch of different things was going on, man. So we got invited out to do some of our music for this audience. And I'm like, yeah, we excited, let's go. So we go out, we rock out, man. The spirit of the Lord moved, man. We was all praising God in there. And I remember on the ride home, I remember like it was yesterday. And like I say, I talk about this in the book. Like I say, I remember like it was yesterday. We riding home. My brother-in-law driving. The young lady we had been doing music with coming to the studio. She was going by Niecy J at the time. She was sitting in the front seat. I was sitting in the back, but in the middle, and we was just talking about how well the performance had went, how well God had used us, and how well we thought the audience received the word. And it got quiet for a second. And sit down, because I don't want you reading these comments. Sit over there.
I was about to.
Okay, you looking right at the phone because people going crazy in the chat. Like I say, y'all keep it clean. It's a family channel. So we ride, and then it got quiet. All of a sudden, out the blue, my big brother, shout out him, Arthur Claudio Coates. He got like 18 books out. Go check him out. Um, he want to play matchmaker. And this is why you got to have people in your circle, people around you who can see things in you or can see things for you that you can't even see yourself. Because at the moment, I couldn't even see it. You know what I'm saying? At the moment, I couldn't even understand it. I was completely disconnected. So you got to have people around you, people in your circle that can see things that you can't see. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to miss greatness. You don't want to miss an opportunity. You don't want to pass up a moment that's meant for you just because life is moving so fast or your focus is so much somewhere else that you just can't see it. So it's great to have people around you who could help you see your vision. So my brother, he's just playing matchmaker. He all of a sudden was like, man, I only think God got y'all together just for music. I think God got y'all together for something more than music. I think y'all supposed to be together. I'm like, bro, I'm sitting in the back seat, bro. I'm sure my face turned red as an apple. I'm like, bro, what you doing? I'm embarrassed. I done put my head down. I'm hecking embarrassed. She in the front, she laughing, like, what is you talking about? What you mean? And it was just crazy because I don't know, after that, something just like switched for me. You know what I'm saying? Like a switch that's turned on. And I start saying to myself, huh, maybe it's some validation of what this matchmaking dude, saying right now. So that was that. So then as things started to transpire, you know what I'm saying, we eventually just kind of started chatting, get to know each other, and we made it official. We began to start dating. Then I ended up getting engaged. We ended up getting engaged. I proposed to her not long after that, and then we got married not long after that. And LeBron is crazy. I'm watching this Starting Five on Netflix. He crazy. And he dressed up like Beetlejuice for real. Y'all talk about it in the comments, but he dressed up like Beetlejuice for real. What up, Cyrus? What up, John C? What up, Olivia? What up, Elena? I do write books. But yeah, man. So that happened. So we married now, and we met doing music. So now my plan B is like taking a back seat now to my plan A. If you're just jumping in, man, I've been talking about my book, how plan B led me back to plan A. It's called When It's No Longer Your Plan. We can plan. One wise person once said, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. We can plan. We can plan. But at the end of the day, God has a plan for our life. God has the ultimate plan for our life, man. And I didn't know what it was. I just was trying to figure it out. And God just, in his amazing wisdom and his divine intervention, he just navigated me through that thing. So we ended up getting married. So now we doing music together. And we end up doing music together. And and like I started to see how things started making sense. So I talk about this in my book. During the process of me working on cars, I end up start working on school buses. I end up hurting my back. And like I say, I talk about all this in the book. I end up hurting my back. So now I'm married. We had welcomed my first son into the world. And I'm like, yo, like, I done hurt my back. How I'm gonna provide for my family? You know what I'm saying? When my mama say it's like being caught between a rock and a hard place. She used to say this all the time as a kid, and I never got it till I got older, and it started to make sense. Being caught between a rock and a hard place, meaning Like you really don't have nowhere to go. You feel stuck. And I felt stuck, you know. So now I'm like, I done did all this to get back in school, go get my certification. Now what? And this how good God is. So I'll probably be on here about 20 more minutes. Hey, it is some snow here. I do rap. I do got some songs. Look up Integrity, starting with the letter N, and you'll check out some of my music. Uh, but yeah, I'm like, what I'm finna do. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta just sit still and be quiet. My one wise woman once told me that do whatever God told you last. What up, DD? Do whatever God told you last. You may be feeling like you want to walk away from something. You may be feeling like you want to do something different. You may be feeling like life circumstances is working a different way from you. Do whatever God told you last. If he didn't tell you to move, you may be feeling like you want to move. You may be feeling like it's time to move. But if you don't hear God telling you move, don't move. Do whatever he told you last. And God didn't tell me to move. He told me to sit with him and listen. And I did, man. So I sat with him. I listened for a while. And I start hearing it's time for you to go back to school. I'm like, God, I ain't been too long got out of school. I'm just building my career in the automotive industry. I'm thinking about opening up my own shop. I was finna partner with a guy that I was working with. We was finna open up a tire shop, start, you know what I'm saying, doing used and new and used tires, entry level automotive work, brakes, tires, oil changes, flushes, stuff like that. Like we had went and scouted a building. We walked around the building 7 times, like they did to the walls of Jericho and Scripture. Like we were on the way to open up our own shop. I started getting the business plan together. I got logo design. It was called FaithWorks Automotive, and like that was the plan. He had his father on board. His father was a rich investor. He had been investing in real estate, investing in stocks, and he was about to invest in our company. We was going to give him some equity share, and we was going to have him invest in the business plan. We had started meeting with people to get all the equipment we needed. The local Hunter dealership here, we had talked about getting the equipment. We had a meeting with the representatives, and like it was all in place. And God was like, I'm not telling you that no more. I'm not telling you that. That was seasonal. So sometimes things are seasonal. Sometimes what you're walking through, sometimes what you're dealing with, sometimes what you're experiencing is seasonal. That job that you've been on for years may be seasonal. That that position you've been in may be seasonal. You know what I'm saying? That place you in right now may be seasonal. And you gotta wait until that season has passed for you to move on to what's next. And that's what I did. And then I started hearing God say, it's time for you to go back to school. And they say delayed obedience is the same thing as disobedience. I could have said, you know what, God, I ain't ready right now. God, I ain't ready yet. I could have delayed it, but I could have pushed my dream. Eric Thomas said, you if you don't go after your stuff every day, you can push your dreams back for a year, 2 years, 5 years. You take one day off, you can push your stuff back for years. And I'm glad I didn't delay. So I'm like, okay, God, if you're saying go back to school, what's it gonna be? So I start tapping it back into my plan A. This is how the book talk about how plan B led me back to plan A. Because my plan B was automotive, and God started slowly showing me that wasn't the route no more. So plan A started coming right back into the picture. I'm like, okay, God, all right, I'm gonna be obedient. I'm gonna listen. I don't know how this is gonna work. We got 2 kids now. You know what I'm saying? My second son has just came into the world. I ain't had that much of a savings. I don't think I had much saved up. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, we getting by trying to make ends meet the best we could. But I knew God was saying it's time for a new season. You got to listen to the Holy Spirit when the Holy Spirit telling you to go. You got to go. So I bet I start researching music industry schools. All right, God, if this is what you want me to do, if this entertainment industry, let's go. So the first place I looked up was the Art Institute of Atlanta. And I'm like, the course I wanted was like, it's like 30, 40 grand, maybe 50 grand. I'm like, yo, I ain't trying to be stuck with no 50 grand payment. You know what I'm saying? Like all this is still new. I'm good. So then I looked up Full Sail University. Full Sail's in the university in Florida, but you can take full degree courses online. And I was almost there because they send you a computer, they send you a mic, headphones, they send you a whole package. And I could have did everything online. I was this close to going to Full Sail in Florida, not moving there, but going online to get my degree. And I'm sure it would have been fun. I'm sure I would have learned, but that wasn't God's plan. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see a lot of things in front of you. Like my prayer doesn't be, God, show me the way to go. God, show me the right way to go. Because there's a whole bunch of paths you can go, and each one of them could deem successful. But I don't just want to go down any path. I want to go down the right path. I want to go down the path and the plan that God got for me. And that was my prayer. God, let me go down the plan that you got for me. James, what's up? Muzami, what's up? So I bet. So Full Sail, I almost made the cut, but it didn't. So now I end up with Anthony Davis. Ooh, he hurt his hand. So now I made the cut. So I'm like, let me see what's close to me. So I got 2 kids. I can't be trying to move my family nowhere. We ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? We don't have nothing put up. I'm just trying to develop a career. And I done dealt with this injury. So now I found a music school here in the Midwest that the hip hop artist, diamond selling, multi-platinum, multi-Grammy winning artist Nelly had launched. It was called the Extreme Institute. It's in downtown St. Louis. And I didn't know much about it at the time. I had heard maybe a little bit from, some people, maybe seen a commercial or two, but I was focused on other stuff. That's why you always got to be vigilant with your dreams, and you always like. One wise person once said, I think it's Helen Keller. The quote was, "Bad it is for a person to have sight with no vision." Can you imagine having sight with no vision? Being able to see the world for what it is, but you have no vision. For a while, I didn't have the vision to even foresee my plan A again until God started to bring it back into my vision, to my scope. So now I see the Extreme Institute. And I'm talking to my wife about it. She's like, oh no, we'll see. I'm like, let's go down and just tour. Let's see. Let's get a feel for it. If it's not it, it's not it. I bet. So we go down and tour the school. And when we both left, we both was like, yo, this is it. So I enrolled, I started, and I freaking had a life changing experience. I made the best of every opportunity while I was there at that school. And I talk about that a little bit in the book, how I met industry leaders, industry professionals, people that were Grammy Award winning producers, that was my instructors, people that was making waves in the entertainment industry. I met so many people. I forget what chapter I talk about it in, but I talk about how, you know what I'm saying, I went up there with one state of mind. This is why you got to be open. I learned that, like, if you cannot be teachable, if you cannot be coachable, then you can't learn. If you can't learn, you can't grow. You can't never feel like you got all the answers. You can't never feel like you got it all figured out. You can't never feel like you know it all, because then you're gonna block yourself from a opportunity. You're gonna block yourself from a door, because people are doors, and people are meant to walk you into different places, into different spaces, and you can be a door too. And I walked through so many doors just because I was hungry for knowledge. Les Brown says, you got to be hungry. If you get a chance, man, watch his speech at the Georgia Dome. Les Brown, Georgia Dome. Just Google Les Brown, Georgia Dome. But he always say, you got to be hungry. He told a story how he was trying to be a disc jockey. And Mr. Butterball was like the program director at the time. And Les Brown was trying to get in the radio. He said he walked in looking for a job. And the guy was like, do you have any broadcasting or journalism experience? He was like, no. He was like, I don't have any opportunities for you. Get out of here. He said he came back the next day. Hey, Mr. Butterball, how are you? He said, didn't I just talk to you yesterday? What you doing back? He said, I didn't know if some opportunities came up. I was just coming back. He was like, didn't no opportunities come up? Get out and don't come back. He said he came back the next day talking loud, smiling, like it was the first time in there. He was like, I just talked to you 2 times. Well, what you doing back? He was like, I didn't know if somebody quit or got fired, sir. He said he threw him out again. He said he came back the next day, same energy, laughing, talking loud. He said Mr. Butterball was like, looked at him with rage, and he was like, go get me some coffee. And he said that led to him having a successful career in broadcasting. Sometimes you got to be hungry. And I was hungry, man. I freaking got accepted to go on tour. So now I'm doing my music all around the country with the tour that I got accepted to at school. I'm freaking on the student advisory board, student council. You know what I'm saying? I'm involved in everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to take advantage of every opportunity to come your way, because you never know which opportunity going to lead you to where you're trying to go. So I'm a part of everything. You know what I'm saying? I worked my butt off, man. Came out of the school with the highest GPA in the school's history. Valedictorian, got a chance to do valedictorian speech in front of all my peers, in front of Nelly, in front of all the industry leaders. That was my professors, and that was the leaders at the school. It was a great time. I capitalized on every opportunity God sent me, and it was him. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta have a great attitude. Your attitude is what affects your altitude, how high you go. You can't have a nasty attitude. You can't be a negative Nancy. You can't always look at the glass half empty. You got to look at it for what it is, man. And your attitude is what affects your altitude, man. I talk about all this in the book, how I was able to go on tour, how I came out of school with the highest GPA in the school's history, how I was valedictorian. If you want to see my valedictorian speech, you can go check it out on YouTube. Just Google integrity, spelled with the letter N, starting with the letter N. So N-T-E-G-R-I-T-Y. Look up integrity valedictorian speech, man. And I got a standing ovation from the whole audience, man. It was a really great time. And that led me to be in the entertainment industry, man. Like I say, I talk about all that in my book. Y'all got to go get the book if you want the whole spiel. But that led me to have a career in radio. Like that led me to have a career in the music industry. That led me to actually to become a music industry professional. All of that because my plan B led me back to my plan A. And I dropped some jewels and gems in here, man. Like every experience I had, I tie into. Let me see. So I got a quote in here. So chapter 1. When it's no longer your plan. This is when I start talking about when I was in Chicago. And you can get the audiobook too. The audiobook is available, narrated by me. Or you can get the Kindle version if you're going to read on your Amazon Kindle if you want the digital copy. Or you can get the hardback book. So chapter 3 is serendipity, where I was just talking about how first I got to break down the meaning of serendipity. Serendipity is a fortunate accident or a fortunate happenstance, something that happened to you in your life, which at the moment may feel like the worst thing that could possibly happen, but it's because of that it leads you into the greatest thing that ever happened to your life. So me hurting my back in the automotive industry, I'm thinking that it's over. Like how I'm gonna take care of my family, how I'm gonna take care of my wife and my kids, and like that opportunity, because it was an opportunity, led me to pursue what God really wanted me to do, which was to be in the entertainment industry. And I'm so grateful that I was able to be obedient. So when you look at things in your life, those serendipitous moments. What's up, more fire? It's all chill Raven. What's up? So that led me into knowing like, all right, it's time. It's time, man. It's time to do what I need to do, man. So I got a chapter in the book where I really dive into, it's called Professional Newbie. Well, I really was like new to the industry. I was professional because like I say, I had been doing music since I was 10. I have been in the entertainment industry, learning, trying to learn music business, trying to learn things about the music industry since I was 10. So I had developed a area of expertise, a area of professionalism. Hey, y'all keep it down a little bit. I had developed the area of professionalism. You know what I'm saying? A level of they say once you put your 10,000 hours in, you are a master. I had developed a level of mastery, which I think is what led to a lot of my success when I went to school, how I was able to come out valedictorian. But I was still a newbie in the entertainment industry because I'm fresh out of school. So that chapter really dives into like, it's almost like a high school player who comes off his best career game ever, 50, 60 points out there balling, you know what I'm saying? And now he's graduating. Well, what's next? You know what I'm saying? How do you capitalize on all of this success? Is it college? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do with it? So that's how I was when I graduated valedictorian. I'm like, okay, what's next? So I went into being involved with a program that was able to teach kids how to record, engineer, and produce music alongside Grammy Award winning producer Alonzo Lee, which was great experience for me fresh out of school. I'm talking about it paid me and rewarded me in so many ways I couldn't have even imagined. And this goes back to having people around you that can see your vision, that can see things for you before you can even see it. I was at church one time and we was praising and worshiping God. This was when I was in my early 20s. And out of the blue, one of the ministers there, Reverend Paula Will, she walked up to me and said, God told me you're going to be working with kids one day, working with kids in the music industry. I don't know how, but y'all going to be doing music. And I'm like, what? Working with kids? Me? What? I, I'm still trying to figure life out for myself. How I'm going to work with kids? And soon as I got out of school and I started doing that work, I was reminded of that. That's why when God speaks a word to you, you got to hold on to it because it may happen immediately or suddenly, or it may happen years down the line. And for me, that's when it happened years down the line. God spoke that word to me. Shoot, probably 5 to 8 years before I can even see it coming to fruition. But as soon as it happened, I was reminded of what God said, man. So I'm grateful for that, man. So like when you dive into the book, you will start to see like the jewels and the gems that you can apply to your life. Like even Bridges, the chapter where I talk about how you really got to be careful how you treat people because the same people who were a bridge to get you to where you're going could be the same people you walk across the bridge to help you get to your next level. Don't burn that bridge as you come across it because you never know when you got to come back. Don't burn that bridge as you walking across. Don't burn people as you climbing up your ladder. Because on your way down, you never know. You might need that exact same person. So don't burn your bridges, yo. But the book is available. It's called When It's No Longer Your Plan, How Plan B Led Me Back to Plan A. And you may have that plan A in your life, and you may hear it all the time. One wise man once said that plan B is just a distraction from plan A. Now, everybody's case is different. Everybody's life choices and how they walk things out is not the same. We're not all monolithic, but plan B can distract you from plan A. Thankfully, in my case, my plan B led me back to my plan A. And whatever that plan A you have in your life, if it's that thing that you know deep in your heart that is for you, if you know that it's deep in your heart, Les Brown say, that thing that you think of day and night on it. If everything you think about is about it, and life seems meaningless and worthless without it, that's what you should be doing. That's the thing you should be going after. That's the thing that you should be working towards attaining. And my drive and my proclivity towards the music industry, it never went anywhere. It never went anywhere. So now I'm full time in the entertainment industry. I'm doing radio now full time, and God just spoke a new word to me about some new things I'm finna be doing. I'm working on my second book. and it's really tapping into fatherhood for me, and husbandship for me as a husband, and how the principles of my childhood shaped me into being the husband, the father, and person I am today. So that's coming soon. I ain't gonna say the title yet because it ain't copyrighted and trademarked yet, but that's coming. But I want y'all to know, man, like this book, I believe in my heart that it will enrich your life. Um, it's not long. I think the audio book is about a little bit over an hour, so you can, if you in the car and your daily commute is about an hour, you can listen to it in one commute. And I keep it entertaining. You know what I'm saying? And if you like reading, like my daughter, she got her Kindle. She be reading her Kindle, and she's actually writing a book now on her Kindle. Um, you can read it on your Kindle, or if you want the hard copy, you got to feel it. It's got to be tangible. Got the hard copy, cool too, and it's not a long book. And I'm on my second book. Gino, what up, yo? Probably a lot of black artists, yo. I know my brother, Arthur Claudel Coates, he wrote like 18 books. What's wrong? Here, come here. Come say hi. Reggie, stop bothering her. Say hi. Reggie messing with you. Don't let him get you so worked up, okay? All right, y'all. We a little bit over an hour. We're a minute past an hour. I said I was only going to do an hour because I got to work on some music.
No, we don't. My daddy got you about that too.
I got to work on some music, and I got to work on my next chapter.
I like daddy.
What's up, YouTube?
And I got to work.
Daddy watching YouTube without my mommy.
I'm watching YouTube without your mommy?
Yes.
That's because mommy not here. Here, you got to get up, though, because you got to go put some clothes on. But I said I was only going to do an hour because I got to work on some music, and I got to work on my next chapter of my new book. That's what I'm working on this next season. My second book, working on putting out some new music, and I'm working on continuing to grow our YouTube channel. This channel has almost 80,000 subscribers, but my other channel, Integ Reacts, has 570,000 subscribers. So y'all go check that out. What up, Fire NBA? What's the word? What up, AKA Mercy? What's up?
Fire NBA basketball.
What's up? What's your favorite sport? Favorite sport is basketball. Yes, favorite sport is basketball.
Now.
Yeah. But yeah, man, y'all go check out the book, man. I would appreciate the love and support. I promise you it'll be a good read for you, man. It won't take away from your life. It'll add value to your life. It's called When It's No Longer Your Plan, How Plan B led me back to my Plan A, man, and how I went from being in the automotive industry as an automotive technician, Volkswagen technician, school bus technician, to now being full-time in the entertainment industry, man. And it wasn't nothing but by the grace of God. I saw your son in school, Tyler the Grazer. It's kind of weird, but okay. Unless you really know who we are. But put them down, boy. Put them down. But yeah, man. So y'all go check out the book. It's available everywhere. It's on Amazon. You can get the digital copy if you're into reading Kindle. You can get the hardback copy, or you can check out the audiobook narrated by yours truly, man. I love y'all. If y'all got any final follow-up questions, I'll answer them. If not, I'm finna jump off. I'll give you a couple minutes. I'm in the grade below. Oh, okay. That's what's up. But you still don't know if that's somebody that we know. So
Yeah, I know.
But if you are, much love. If you ain't, much love. But okay.
All right.
We try to keep our personal life, all that stuff. So, but AKA Mercy, what's up? Reggie, I told you no, and you did it anyway. When I get off of here, you getting in trouble. I'll let you know now. But if y'all got any follow-up questions, we can jump into that. If not, I'm gonna jump off, y'all. Appreciate the likes, the comments, the subscribes, all that good stuff. We are growing. We are at almost 80,000 subscribers, which is crazy. Because last year we was just at 10,000 subscribers. So God is doing some amazing things. But yeah, like I say, the book one last time, it's called When It's No Longer Your Plan, How Plan B Led Me Back to Plan A. You can get that on Amazon. You can get the audio version narrated by yours truly, the audio book, or you can get the Kindle version, the digital copy. So whatever you need, you can get the hardback, all that. So Love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me on this journey. And remember, y'all, integrity matters the most when you all by yourself. Peace.
Peace.